Läänemaa. Läänemaa is over here, is it not? Yes, it is. Well, Läänemaa has Haapsalu, which is fantastic. Terugtust, everyone. Welcome to a new rating game, much anticipated and due to high request, which means, in the context of this channel, one person. Greetings. Today we'll be rating Estonian counties. All 15 of them, 13 on the mainland and the 2 islands. I have made the effort because, of course, rating Estonian counties didn't exist as a sample on this tiermaker.com website, so I've made the effort in finding all the flags, and I will be rating them from super sweet to seonni maitsev. I guess it means this is very tasty, to väga okei, questionable, and metsa minema, which I believe means something go to the woods, as sort of like go away, get away from me. If I got this wrong, vabandust. Otherwise, this will be fun. I am very nervous. I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to offend anyone, but inevitably this will happen. So let's all put our no offense helmets on, and there we go. So the first one is Harjumaa. Now, I understand that Harjumaa gets from everyone outside Harjumaa a little bit of bashing because it is more or less very different from the rest of Estonia. It is very urban. It is the only county that, prevents Estonia from being completely composed of village people. It's a bit exaggerated. And without Harjumaa, there would be no... I mean, the capital is in Harjumaa. There would be no city. There would be no life. The economy... we need Harjumaa. Is it the most beautiful? Well, to me... I think to me, yes, because despite it being quite industrial and quite urban, it does have some very nice sights and views. I'm starting strong. I know this will seem strange to a lot of people, but Harjumaa, Harju County, I just can't help myself. Easier, of course, it gets with, Raplamaa. I've opened the map here just to show you a little bit of what we're talking about. Now, Harjumaa is the top part here that I'm circling right now. Raplamaa is just below it. It doesn't really have anything other than Rapla, and if Rapla is your only place, it's not great. It's not great. For me, it remains questionable. I have seen the second biggest Ukrainian flag in Rapla Town Hall back in the days, which was quite pleasant. But what does confuse me is the location of the train station in the city of Rapla. It doesn't make any sense in my mind. But okay, and otherwise, I really don't know what would be there. I've once walked a little bit from Kohila to 2 train stations south of that, which was fine, but there was no bush or field that made me go like, hell yeah. Saaremaa, well, the cradle of the country, the only matriarchy. I think that it is probably nice. I guess there's a little bit of bash between Saaremaa and Hiiumaa, the other island, and both of the islands and the mainland. I have not been to Saaremaa. I've been to Virtsu, which is almost there. But I guess when I stood here by the banks of the metropolis of Virtsu and looked on the water, I saw Muhu Island and not Saaremaa, as I then falsely believed back in the days. So, since I have not been, what I hear is quite nice. It must be... väga okay. That's a neutral, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good. It's just okay. Well, they're really the tough ones in the beginning. And there will be a whole lot of, I don't know what's going on there at the end. But Tartumaa is home of the, ist die Intelligentsia, at least that's what they want us to believe. I've had good times there. I don't know if I could live there. Probably not. I do need more water. The riverside is nice, like an ocean or a sea. But being the second biggest city is, of course, something. I don't know if Nö is the place where this meat is being made. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not talking to my friends, only to everyone else. I have lived in Estonia for years on end in my life. So if I say something that doesn't immediately make any sense to you, it comes from having lived there. And Tartoma borders with Lake Peipus, and I believe I have driven down here and even spent the night in one of these fields or bushes somewhere here near Rupsi or somewhere else. Yeah, I think there's only one answer to this. Seonni Maitsev. Nice. For me, it's not Harjuma. I know disappointment rises high. Yeah, it's a dramatic judgment. I'm very sorry. Valgama. Yeah, I've been to Valga, the famous border town, Valga and the Latvian Valka. Bit of a ghost town. We have been investing, or I have been put into investing time into understanding the kind of urban planning and urban planning approach of Valga. All very interesting things. So there is something happening. More interestingly, outside of Valga, what is there in Valgama? Ottepe, where I have also only driven through once. Supposedly nice, the winter capital. Maybe you foreigners, I'm also a foreigner, but maybe you foreigners don't know this, but Estonia has self-proclaimed summer, winter, spring and autumn capitals. Ottepe being the winter capital. Türi here being the spring capital, I believe. Summer capital being Pärnu, and autumn capital being Narva here. Man, this was a cliffhanger, wasn't it? Maybe if I cut this out, you won't even notice. So Valgama is Vaga okay, I would say. Viljandima, on the other hand, is bordering Valgama. It has Viljandi in the center, a place that I initially thought would be very full of bookshops and armchairs and kind of this kind of vibe, but which I guess has more of this little bit of this BMW, let's hang out by the forest on a Friday night kind of vibe. I really don't know. Beautiful lake, beautiful ruins here. I once took a great picture there, but I smashed my phone. Couple of months later, so we won't be looking at it. Karksinuja, never been, never even been close to it. Suryani, Vöchma, yeah, I suppose Vöchma is a bit of a place. Has a second-hand shop that I hear is quite pleasant, where if I'd live there, would be probably spending more time than at home. But Vega okay. Varuma is down here. Varuma also includes Settoma, which is not an official administrative unit of a state, more of yeah, should I say it? Shouldn't I say it? Ethnic group in its own culture. Things like this. Is it even here, down here? Or am I wrong? Is Settoma somewhere else? And what is the capital of Settoma? Historically, it was this. I mean, there were all sorts of border problems thanks to Russia again. So I guess a part of Estonia was chopped off. I'm not too sure as of now. But Settoma and Varuma, yes, I've been. I mean, they're actually somewhat of some hills, you know. In this otherwise a very flat country, there are some hills. And Vero seemed also nice. I mean, very different atmosphere down here than up here. You could almost think these are two different countries, but the language reminds you then that this isn't so. And of course, Voroma, a little bit like Saaremaa, but also very different, but a little bit like this very, you know, culturally important, identity-giving Estonian places in my mind, or I guess how it has been presented to me. So, Vega, okay. Let's leave it there for now. Hiiumaa, well, my girlfriend likes it very much. I feel I might be a little bit biased here. Oops, so I don't know how it went up there so quickly. But I myself have been only once. Hiiumaa is this island here. Yeah, what's the value of an island if you are spending your time in the middle of it? Probably not much. Ida-Virumaa. Now, I've been waiting my whole life, and if not that, a long time for this. Ida-Virumaa Seon ni Maitsev. Now, this is a kink, a fetish, a special interest of mine. Ida-Virumaa is probably the roughest you can go in Estonia. It has all these scenic cities like Kohtla-Nõmme, Kohtla-Järve, Jõhvi, Narva, well, Sillamäe, well, in parts at least, well, one street at least is actually quite nice. And all Kiviõli, all sorts of other hardcore stuff. It has the beautiful Sette Bassin, these alkaline waters, so, you know, the Estonian Caribbean. And Narva, of course, you know, I mean, I guess very rough, but it has very beautiful places. It has this beautiful garage settlement here, where people go with their boats to their garage and hang out and have some cucumbers. Navajo is so as well, of course, very nice. So there's loads happening in Ida-Virumaa, and I haven't been there quite as often as I would have liked to, because if you really think about it, it's quite far out there, you know, and how close do you really want to get to Russia in these days? Probably not unnecessarily close, but still, Ida-Virumaa has loads to offer, and therefore, for me, it is Seon ni Maitsev. Yeah, Jõgevamma, it is where the bears are living, together with Ida-Virumaa and I suppose, what is this? Lääne-Viru is the Karo population. Jõgevamma has I mean, the only thing that comes to mind that is good is Põltsamaa juice or Maal factory, which is a little bit of a plus, but in all honesty, questionable. Läänemaa is over here, is it not? Yes, it is. Well, Läänemaa has Haapsalu, which is fantastic. Not every maa can claim themselves a Haapsalu. Other than that, it doesn't have much. I don't think it is very great, but not very bad either. Well, Haapsalu was a little bit... It reminds me of these northern German small towns that receive a lot of tourism, and the tourism renders them incredibly boring. I don't even know how to describe it any better. Somehow tourists suck out all activities that are there to do and all the fun from your soul. But we are all tourists sometimes. So, Haapsalu has the ferry to Hiiumaa, well, but okay. Let's be a little bit gentle here, but I give it a questionable. Järvamaa might actually be finally the moment now. Where's Järvamaa? Even. This is Viljanima. Is it this one? Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. I got a little bit lost for no reason. Paide and Türi, central Estonian plains and fields. Türi is lovely. Paide, just a couple of weeks ago, or depending on when I show this, a couple of days, couple of months, there was a running competition from Beide zu Turi, Rachvajokes, very famous. I shall participate next year as well, however, without any hopes to win this. Yeah, it exists, I guess. If Järvamaa wouldn't exist, you would maybe could extend Raplamaa a little bit more. Harjumaa could go down here. Yeah, I guess it's negotiable. Maybe the Rigi Kogu is discussing it already. Do we really need this? I'm not sure. I like these places, so these cities. They are even not so small by Estonian standards. I think Turi has 5,000 people, and Paide perhaps 10,000, so plus minus a couple of thousand. Pärnumaa, I really haven't been there. Only with a bus, but not. I mean, Pärnu I would like to go. I guess that's fine. Pärnumaa, on the other hand, I really don't know if it's nice or not. I have zero idea. Is there anything I can completely smash? Pärnumaa gets questionable. Lääne-Virumaa. Yeah. Naja, okay, it has Tapa and Rakvere. Rakvere, maybe. Tapa, big question mark for me. And I have been just recently to the seaside around here, which was nice. So how can I now smash it so badly? Probably I can't. So it gets questionable. Põlvamaa, maybe my moment has come. Põlvamaa is here, where Põlva is. It does have a little bit of access to the lake, however, not really. It is kind of close to Tartu, however, not really. It doesn't have Võru in it. It doesn't have any access to this big lake that no one ever talks about. It doesn't have Otepää in it. It has only Põlva. It is a disappointment. My time has come. Metsä, Minema, Põlvamaa. So, am I happy with this? No. Could it be any different? Yes. Would I change everything over a few good arguments and one drink? Probably. But what I will not change is Harjumaa. Everything else, money can be transferred now. Thank you very much for watching. And I see you when I see you. Bye bye.